Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. If you're watching in different time zones, I appreciate you for joining. Welcome back. This is another life hack from your boy KD and Nerd.inc. So, this one actually is a real moment. So, I skipped a couple of episodes for the last 2 weeks. So, everybody saw my post as far as it being Nicholas's birthday. So everybody that does know me knows that he was a part of my heart. He was a person that rode for me 1,000%. Never judged me for who I was. Never judged me for the way I thought. Never tried to spin situations in efforts to not claim responsibility for things that he may have done or I may have done. It was a moment that I had an individual in my life that was meant to grow with me. And I lost him. So, fighting depression has been super hard lately. And I didn't want to do a video that just said how to get over it. It was that moment where I had to really, really deal with a lot of emotions and fight my tears back. Because I had a person where I was able to talk to, and they were able to talk to me, and it was a reciprocated thing that allowed both of us to go through and fight what we were fighting. When people say depression, we take it really, really lightly, and we just say it's gonna be better, it's gonna be okay. But the daily struggle of dealing with it and coping with my emotions, this week I just sat every time that I was working, every time that I got off, and tears just came to my eyes. Because I had to think about the points in my life that I still struggled with. And then seeing in the media how the young lady committed suicide. And then looking at people battling with mental depression and battling with mental disorders. Like, those things are real, y'all. I don't think people understand how serious you could be okay 1 minute in life and be just fine with the money, the cars, the clothes, the shoes, everything, and then everything be snatched away in the blink of an eye. So, if that ever happened to you, think about that and place yourself in someone else's shoes. Don't prey on someone's downfall, and don't prey on someone's life because you may not like the way they live it, or you may not like the way that they carry themselves or who they are as a person. Because everybody struggles. Everyone sees a big smile on my face. Those are my good days. And the hard days are the hardest. Those are days that I wake up and I'm just like, oh, here we go again. And then I have to reawaken the person on the inside. And I don't just have to reawaken it for the day and just say, I fought it in the morning. I fought it in the morning. I fought it in the afternoon. I fought it in the evening. I fought it in the night. It's not just feelings that are involved in depression. It's your mind starting to play tricks on you. Starting to convince you that if I look a specific way on social media, then people are not going to question what I'm going through. Every single day is a struggle. But I have to keep positive. I have to keep my head lifted because I know that everything is going to be okay. As you begin to watch people's lives and say, oh my gosh, congratulations, your mind starts to say, oh my gosh, I'm not there yet. Oh my gosh, it feels like I'm never going to get to the same place of what I just congratulated. So when people scream depression, and when people say even the smallest triggers, when you ask them how they're doing in a day, and they say, I'm making it, or everything will be okay, or everything Gucci, everything cool. Those are moments in life where you accept those things, but most people don't even think to question it. That's what makes depression so hard. And that's what rises suicide on a regular basis. Because I was suicidal. I was suicidal years ago. I tried to run myself off of a bridge. I tried to take pills. I tried to do everything just to not exist anymore. Because I felt like everybody needed something from me. I felt like everybody expected something from me that was either tangible or intangible. It was almost as if people were sucking the life out of me. So the reason for this video is because there are a lot of people who are now speaking up. So if you're that person that doesn't speak up, say something. Because just as much, I had to realize just as much as I impacted people's lives is the same thing that people who I impacted would be affected if I'm no longer here. And you may feel like sometimes people don't care about what you go through. People don't realize like you lash out angrily when life is not perfect. Small arguments are created when you don't feel at your 100% best. Those are signs of depression, because that means whatever they're going through is outweighing the person who they are and normally are on a regular basis. So you can't fault a person for lashing out, because those are called displaced emotions. And displaced emotions are emotions that are tied to something different, but they're being displaced on someone else. Recognize those signs, and instead of saying, you tried it, nuck if you buck, make sure that you're asking the right questions, especially if you care about that person. It should never be a moment in your life where you have people in your life that is so expendable that if they disappeared tomorrow, they would not matter. Because that means you're placing an insignificant moment on someone's special life. And it frustrates me. I know I sound really, really strong now, but it just frustrates me how people who have it all together or give the perception of being all together and don't even say that they fight on a regular basis are the main ones picking on people, judging people, body shaming people, slut shaming people, everything, and judging people's lives that they know nothing about. How do you think you are the right person to judge somebody's life? You're not perfect. I'm not either. And I don't portray to be. I used to. But look where it got me. Depressed. It got me angry. It got me placing a mask over my face to where what people knew me as stage KD, or KD from The Office wasn't what people knew behind the scenes when I pulled the mask off when I got home. So for people out there who are fighting suicide, fighting depression on a daily basis, I applaud you. Your life is worth living. And even if you're not where you feel like you're supposed to be, you are where you are meant to be today to learn, to grow, to be able to mentally achieve what you're trying to achieve. The people who talk about you and the people who say negative things or try to pour and grow negative seeds into your life, those people will reap what they sow. Just as much as money can give you everything, the lack of it can take it away. Every decision that you make in your life that is not based upon what you want to do in your life can spiral you. We live for the world nowadays. I now personally understand that my life is important, and without my life being present in this world, it would be a detriment. Because I know that my story, my testimony on who I am as a person will help somebody. And what I deal with on a regular basis that people don't verbalize can help somebody else get to that next level. I may be talking to somebody who's ready to take their life today. Somebody may be watching today that feels the same way and are noticing the same signs. You may have a friend in your life that may be going through the same thing, and you now recognize the signs. Y'all, people killing themselves out there. People are pressured. People are under a lot of pressure. And when you pressurize something, let's just give this example. If you're mopping a floor, a mop is meant to absorb and to clean. But as you begin to clean, that mop becomes dirty. That mop becomes full to where you have to actually wring it out. But when you wring out a mop, you don't wring out clean water. You wring out dirty water. And then you take that same mop and finish mopping the floor. Because after you've wrung out the dirty water, it still needs to do the rest of its job. So, life to me, and my life, and what everybody else's life, and what they're going through, you have to think about when that dirty water is wrung out. It doesn't make it less dirty. It just gives it the ability to soak up more to be able to do its job. But after you finish with that mop, you have to clean it. You have to pour bleach on it. You have to put another agent to cleanse it. And that's what a lot of people are missing. People are being utilized as mops in this world. And they're cleaning up a lot of messes. They're being wringed out and doing their job again. But who is that person that cares enough to clean the mop? Who is that person enough to not just say, I've gotten my use out of this mop, let me throw it away. I could just get another one. That's what depression is like. And that's what I want people to understand, that those are the things that people don't understand. When you go through depression and you're utilized and you're cleaning up things and you're being wrung out and you're being used and you're being that person that doesn't feel like they're loved in a special way from their family, from their friends, from associates, from places at their job that doesn't make them feel like they're worth it or worthy. I just want you to know that you can be the person to clean your own mop. I had to. While everybody was wringing it out, and when they were done cleaning up the floor, Kevin had to say, I'm still dirty. Let me figure out what I can use to clean my own self up, to refresh my own self. So if people out here are acting as if they're the person mopping the floor, think about how the mop feel. Period. People's lives are not a game to play with. Depression is not something to take lightly. If you're out there and you're struggling and you're battling, this is that moment that I want you to take the proper precautions to get help. Go see your counselor. Take advantage of opportunities and benefits at your job that says EAP, psychologist, someone that you can simply talk to. Even if you have that amazing friend in your life that you can just tell everything to, it's that moment that says, even if I tell you, are you equipped to handle? And a lot of us talk to people who are not equipped to handle things, who are not equipped to fix the situation. But there are a lot of people that can be friends enough to just listen, to know that you can't do anything about that person's situation. But the fact that you were just simply a sounding board for that person allows you to notice every sign and let that person know that you care. So if you're watching this and you're in that moment, in that thought of suicide, don't do it. Put the pills down. Put the knife down. Put the gun down. Put whatever you decide to not choose to be here today, put it down. It's not worth it. And this is coming from a person who is being real and raw right now. I didn't edit this video. I didn't give it anything different. I didn't throw a filter on it. I didn't make it perfect or beautiful. I made it imperfectly perfect because it's my testimony that people do need more than just themselves. So, you are special in every way. Even if you feel like life is not beautiful right now. The darkest days come before the brightest days. And sometimes you have to anticipate and feed off of those brighter days coming in order just to make it through daily. So even though this week and these last 2 weeks may not have been my best, I still believe that my life has purpose. Even if I don't feel loved tomorrow, even if I don't feel appreciated tomorrow, I still feel like my life is worthy. I still feel like my life is worth being present here on this earth. Don't take away something that we all don't understand. We're never gonna understand life. We're always gonna play that game of falling, getting back up, falling, getting back up, falling, getting back up. But the biggest thing about it is getting back up. So I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I may not get 1 million likes on this video. I may not even be shared or given to a higher platform, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to help people with my physical journey of dealing with this. Everything is gonna be okay. Bank on it. Don't give up. So from my heart to yours, as your neighborhood best friend, love yourself. Care for yourself. Take those mental health days. Take those days that say, I'm struggling, and take those days and fight. I love you all. Thank y'all for joining. Love, live, and laugh. The beauty is inside. Reignite it. It's up to you. Rate, comment, post, subscribe, and turn on your notifications if you're looking to grow and if you're looking to get your little dose of confidence. This is your boy KD coming with another life hack from Nerd.inc. Nerd over, nerd out. Bye, beautifuls.